Jason Whitlock destroys the USA Olympic Committee. But before we get off into today's video, you come across today's video, do me a favor. Please hit the like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And if it's your first time coming across my YouTube channel, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button, post your comments, share the video out. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. Well, Jason Whitlock has struck again. We haven't talked about our old buddy, good pal, Jason Whitlock in a minute, but Jason Whitlock has some interesting things to say about the WNBA and the Olympic Committee. But before we get off into today's podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, the official sponsor of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, the #1 rated ticketing app, over 28 million downloads, 70,000 plus events from concerts to sports, all your tickets across the web, all in one place, rated 1 to 10. Green means good, red means bad, and all your tickets are backed by your buyer's guarantee. And remember, use my promo code SimplyBallDropping at checkout to get $20 off your purchase.
And just remember, by using my promo code SimplyBallDropping at checkout, you're getting $20 off your purchase. Also know that you'll be supporting the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Well, let's get right off into it. Jason Whitlock has struck again. On his Fearless podcast, Jason Whitlock basically said that the USA in women's basketball, the WNBA, chose bigotry over business when they left Caitlin Clark off of the USA roster. Now, Jason Whitlock has had some stern words to really say about what they chose. And basically, he broke it down and had some interesting words that he said. Basically, it was on the lines of using racism, racial idolatry. They chose not to put Caitlin Clark on the USA Olympic team. He said that is bad for business. They chose bigotry over business. And a lot of people said that, Caitlin Clark would be a good marketing piece for United States basketball to bring dollars to women's basketball. Well, Caitlin Clark has done that so far since she's been in the WNBA. Like, she's the cash cow. She's putting, fans in seats. The attendance is up this year. You know what she's done? The women have charter flights going in and out of these games. But Jason Whitlock says some interesting words. And just take in, for instance, all the controversy that Jason Whitlock has been through over the years when he talks about different subjects and different things. But just pay close attention to some of the things that Jason Whitlock said in this piece that I'm about to play for you guys. So I want you guys to take a listen and let me know what y'all think about what Jason Whitlock had to say. He has some interesting points pertaining this WNBA women's USA basketball team. Take a listen.
Has lost money for 27 straight years, has a golden opportunity with Caitlin Clark to get on their feet and actually build a legitimate business. Why would a group of women choose bigotry over business? Because it's what they do.
Wow.
It's in their nature. They're controlled by emotions. They're controlled by their sexual identity. They're controlled by their race in many aspects, particularly as it relates to black women. This is a bad business decision. So let me start here when people have said, well, she's not one of the 12 best basketball players. She hasn't earned it. And they shouldn't put her on the team. They've chosen better players. She's not there yet. She didn't earn it. This is all based on merit. blah, blah. What are we talking about here? And I go, well, hold on. So when the NBA, the National Basketball Association, the NBA that empowers the WNBA, financially supports the WNBA, how did they get here? How have they been able to support a 27-year-old financially deficient league for 27 straight years? Why are these women now flying around on private planes? Because of sacrifices and men conducting business. They owe their entire league to the NBA. And so in 1992, let's dial the clock back. How many years ago is this? 1992. Is that 32 years ago, based on my math? 32 years ago,
you can add,
the
Jason
NBA in trying to build up its league. And again, it was already successful thanks to Magic and Larry and what happened in the 80s. But in trying to take it to the next level so that it could be so profitable, so powerful that it could say, hey, ladies, no one likes women's basketball, but we'll put you on our for 27 years. How did they get there? What decisions were made by men building up basketball internationally so that American women could suck off the of men and say, look what we did. Wow. Look what black women did. Look at what the Yaz Queens did. You ain't done nothing. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Allen Iverson, Isaiah Thomas, they built the league that you're standing on. The only reason why you exist is because of men. And so what did they do in 1992 when they were trying to take their league to the next level? Oh, we have to construct a dream team for the Olympics.
Now, you guys heard what Jason Whitlock said. Now, he made some interesting points. And, you know, he came with a different perspective. He came with the stakes about business. This would have been a great business move for Team USA women's basketball. Then he even took it back as further as to say, you know, about 1992 when United States constructed the Dream Team. Now, later on in that piece, you know, Jason Whitlock made reference to, you know, Caitlin Clark not being, you know, one of the 12 best players. He made an analogy and said that Michael Jackson was never the best singer, but he was the best entertainer. He was the reason why people came to see, you know, the Jackson 5 because of Michael. He said, you know, he wasn't the best singer. He said there's other people like Luther Vandross and, you know, he named a lot of people that sing better than Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson was the prize. Everybody came to see him because he was the one that was selling out the arenas and selling out, you know, the shows, just like Caitlin Clark is doing now. But some of the choice words that he had to say in his piece about, you know, women being in their feelings, racial idolatry and emotions and things like that, you know, Jason Whitlock can spark up a lot of controversy. But that was an interesting piece that Jason Whitlock said about the USA Olympic Committee on choosing bigotry over business by leaving Caitlin Clark off of the Olympic team. So you guys, let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. If you want to hear Jason Whitlock in its entirety, go to the Fearless podcast and listen to his whole spiel on that. Pretty interesting. Like I said, Jason Whitlock has been controversial. Really don't do too much, you know, talking about Jason Whitlock now, but I found this kind of interesting on what he said, and I just wanted to bring it to you guys. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Is Jason Whitlock onto something here? Did he have a valid point, or is this Jason Whitlock being Jason Whitlock? And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sapp, and we're going to catch you on the next one. And remember, on your way out the door, when you put your shoes on, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.